Hello there. It's a beautiful day here in southeast Michigan. I'm working back on this again. And good news, bad news. Good news is I got through the brick. Bad news, I may have caked the drill as predicted. It's, well, let me show you what it's doing. It sounds jammed. Oh. So I think probably the clutch or whatever the equivalent is in there is, before it wasn't moving at all, it was just going like it was jammed, and I think it just torqued itself out of that. So I feel bad about that. This was my dad's drill. He may or may not have known I took it from him, but anyway, I will fix it. I will someday. I think I just got bit by a mosquito. I will fix it. I knew that was a probability of really overusing the thing. But anyway, so I got through here. That thing started dying right when it got through. It actually poked through half of it, and the remaining brick kind of torqued it and killed it. But I luckily had a 1-inch chisel. It is a mosquito. Dang, they're tearing me up. I might have to put pants on. Okay, I used a chisel. I got the rest of the brick through, so I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it in my other drill, and I'm going to go through the wood now. Okay. I got it. It's in there. Finally got through. Yes. Luckily, I had the right 1-inch wood blade, so I did something pretty dumb. I tried to use this to go through the wood, and it actually heated up too much the wood material in there and started smoking. So I almost burned my house down. Don't tell my wife. So luckily, I happened to have this in the tools that I inherited from my uncle. So thanks, Uncle Dave. This saved my bacon and helped me from burning my house down. Okay, so we are through. That is good. We're in the basement. Gonna go check it out in there. Make sure it's all kosher. And I need to see how level it is because it needs to point downward. So hopefully, oh man, these mosquitoes are getting bad out here. Okay, I gotta go in. Okay, we're back inside. And there she is. I know it's very dark, but we're all the way through. We are adequately in the cavity so that when I insulate it, you need to make sure this back part, at least the threaded part, has to be in the heated space. So you can put insulation like back here a little ways, but you don't want to cover this with insulation because then it doesn't, well, then it's insulated. It's not in the heated space. It needs to be in the heated space. So, I got my pecs. I think what I'm going to have to do, I'm probably going to drill a hole. I might even do 2 rafters. I might just run it a little high so I can get a nice straight run into it and make sure it's pointed downward. I'm not as worried about that because in the wintertime I'm probably going to actually just turn it off at the valve. I'm putting just a simple handle valve, I think, at where I hook it up. So I'll probably just turn it off back up there and not deal with any of that drama. But okay, well, I think that's all I'm going to do with it today. I just wanted to get through that wall. I have some other projects I want to work on. But I may have killed one of my drills in the process. But hey, it was still cheaper than paying a plumber, right? Alright, well, thanks for joining me. I'll bring you along if anything else exciting happens today. Otherwise, see you on the next one. Okay, turns out we're back. Same day. We're doing another task today. Took a quick run, feeling okay. So we're going to fire up the tractor. I have to get my subsoiler out because I'm going to try to prep the soil for the new raspberry patch. I'm going to add another row of raspberries next to the current row, and I'm going to try to, my wife and I are going to try to dig up along the edge of the property. There we go. Along the edge of the property, there's a lot of wild raspberries growing there. So before I have this guy come out and mulch all that, I'm going to try to save some and plant them in the proper raspberry area. I think I can get out this way today. I put some bricks here so I can hopefully shoot out this way and not have to deal with driving through there, because there are still a lot of nails. I'm going to get the machine fired up. Let's get going. So the reason I don't attach the top link is because the subsoiler will be too low and it'll hit the ground as I drive. So it seems to work okay like that. So let's get heading over there and we'll start subsoiling. Yeah! Okay, well, I think that's really all I needed the subsoiler for. And it performed very well. I probably went down a foot or so. So now I'm going to come in with the bucket and then just try to scoop it all out to move it out of the way, so when we get the raspberries we can just stick them right in there. So we'll see how this goes. Well, I guess it's working. It just occurred to me that I probably don't want to dig all of this up before I ensure I have enough raspberries to fill all this space. So I probably dug a little more than half the row, and I'm going to go see if I can dig up the other raspberries now. Pit stop. I'm done with the subsoiler, so I'm going to take it off. Yeah, I agree. I think the little ones weren't worth saving.
Taller than I am.
Yeah. Alright, so instead of using the bucket, we're just going to do this by hand. I put back the scoop I took out, and I think we're just going to try to get like the really good looking canes, because if we're going to do this, we may as well take the good ones. So, we're just going to do it by hand, Sarah. Alright, let's get to it. You're way ahead of me, babe. This is a job, Sarah. This is a job. Woo-wee! Alright, Sarah, one brand new row of raspberries. On a Tuesday night, we dug a hole, acquired raspberries, and planted them. Good for us. And we didn't get eaten by ticks, I don't think. Okay, let's fire it up and head out. Still here? Go home already.